Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is lecture number 7 of set theory. And yesterday in last lecture we defined what is a subset and a proper subset. Okay, so today we are going to start the lecture by writing a note. Okay, so yeah, let's start it. Okay, write the note. Natural number is a subset of whole number, and it is a subset of integer. It is a subset of rational number, and it is a subset of real number. Okay, so natural number is a subset of whole number. Whole number is a subset of integer is a subset of rational number, and rational number is a subset of real number. We can also see that natural number is a subset of integer, and natural number is a subset of rational number, and natural number is a subset of real number. I hope you understood this. This is a note, important point. This is that all the elements present in this set are also present in this set. That's why this all the sets are subsets of real numbers. Okay, one more. Next point under note, irrational number is also a subset of real number. Okay, next point, if A is a proper subset of B, then A is not equal to B. Set A is not equal to set B. Okay, and A is a subset of B. I'm just writing the symbols here. Okay, one more point. What is the subset of phi? Subset of phi. So, you know, phi can also be written like this. So, number of elements in phi is 0. So, number of subsets of phi is equals to 2 power n. So, it equals to 2 power 0 equals to 1. Therefore, subset of phi is phi. Subset of phi is phi. Okay, I hope you understood this. Okay, so this question is a revision question. Okay, so it's just the revision of what we learned previously. So yeah, what does it say? Set A is equals to x such that x square plus 2x plus 24 is greater than 0 and x belongs to R is equal to. So you need to write it in the roster form. So I hope you are revising daily. If you're not revising, then you'll not be able to solve this question. Just by watching the videos, you'll gain nothing, because just by watching videos, then after 2 hours you'll forget it. So to retain the knowledge what you have gained, you need to revise. You need to self study. You need to do self study. Okay. So yeah, moving on to this question. So if we write this equation here also, square plus 2x plus 24 is greater than 0. So yeah, this is the equation. This is a given equation, as you all know. So many people may ask this question. This question may arise in their minds that, like, they'll ask like, bro, there's no roots. There's no roots in this question. There is no roots for this equation. No roots, which means d is greater than 0. So d is greater than 0. So I would like to remind you that, but in the question, But in the question, what is he asking? He is asking what are the values of x for which, what are the values of x for which the given equation will be positive. But in the question is asking what are the values of x for which the given equation will be positive. So, so how can we find it? We need to plot it in the number line. So d is greater number line minus infinity and infinity. Okay, so just okay, let's just like substitute like hit and trial method. Okay, so yeah, if you substitute x value 1, so 1 plus 2 3, it's positive. Like then if you go in positive, if you substitute all the positive values, the answer will come positive. Let's try by substituting negative values. Let's substitute x is equals to minus 4. So minus 4 whole square is nothing but 16. 16 minus 8 is 8. 8 plus 24 is 32. So that's also positive. So if you substitute positive values or negative values of x, you get the equation as positive. So yeah, the whole number line is positive for this equation. So therefore x belongs to minus infinity to plus infinity, which means the correct option to this question is set of real numbers. Okay, so yeah, I hope you understood this question. So yeah, let's move to the next example. Okay, so yeah, let's see this example. A is a set A is set of IITians and B is set of science students, which is a subset of which. So all the IITians, all the students who are studying in IIT are science students, but all the science students are not IITians, right? So from this we get to know that A is a subset of B. This is true. But if you think B is a subset of A, then it is false because all science students are not IITians. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on to the next example. Find number of subsets of set of all the letters of the word Allahabad. Okay. So what do you need to do is that this is a word. So you need to write all the letters. Like you need to form a set from this, and you need to write how many subsets it has. Okay. So let's denote this set as x. So yeah, let's write the elements. You should not repeat the element should not be repeated. Okay, you should keep that in mind. A, L, H, B, D. These are the letters. So number of elements in set x is equals to 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Therefore there are 5 elements. So he's asking number of subsets. So you know number of subsets, its formula, number of subsets is equals to 2 to the power n of x t equals to 2 to the power 5. You multiply it to 5 times, not 2 into 5. 2 you need to multiply 5 times, then you get the answer as 32. Okay. Okay, moving on to the next question. This is a famous question. Okay, you will find it in many of the materials, like many of the reference books. Okay, so yeah, let's see what is the question. If n number of elements in A is p and number of elements in B is q, number of elements in set A is p and number of elements in set B is q, and number of subsets of A of set A is 48 more than number of subsets of set B, then find the value of p and q. Okay, so Yeah, number of elements in set A is P and number of elements in set B is Q. Okay, then number of subsets of set A. So yeah, how do you write number of subsets of set A? It's 2 to the power P, and number of subsets of set B is 2 to the power Q. Okay, so according to the question, what did you write? Number of subsets of set A. Number of subsets of set A is 48 more than number of subsets of set B. It's 48 more than number of subsets of set B. Then find the value of P and Q. So how do you need to solve this question? Don't get demotivated, don't get tensed. Even I was not able to solve this question in my first attempt. I took the help of my sir, so that's why. Then that's how I was able to solve this question. So you don't get tensed. Yeah. So we can write this equation as 2 to the power p minus 2 to the power q. Can I write it? Yes. Yeah. Yes, you can. Yes, I can write it. Just sending this 2 to the power q this side. Okay. So yeah, this is only true. This equation is only true. Only true if only true. This is only true if 2 to the power p is 64 and 2 to the power q is 16. How? The question may arise how. See, let's write the powers of 2. So 2 to the power 1 is equals to 2, 2 square is equals to 4, 2 cube is equals to 8, 2 to the power 4 is equals to 16, 2 to the power 5 is equals to 32, and 2 to the power 6 is equals to 64. Okay, so check check, like, no, the bigger numbers minus smaller number, like check this condition. Okay, like check, like from which value, if you subtract, you get the answer as 48. How? Like, then if you do 32 minus 8, you're not going to get 48. 32 minus 16 are not going to get 48. Okay, so the only value is 64 minus 16. 64 minus 16, if you do 64 minus 16, then only you'll get 48. Now you may think that how did I solve it this fast. Okay, I solved this question before also, so that's why I was able to solve this question. Okay, so but when you're solving, you need to write these values and then only you should check. Okay, so then this is only, so that's why this is only true when 2 to the power p is 64 and 2 to the power q is 16. So it implies that value of p is equals to 6, value of p is 6, and q is equals to 4. So therefore the values of p and q are 6 and 4 respectively. Okay, so that's it for today's lecture. I hope you understood everything. You need to keep revising. Okay, so if you understood all the concepts, then please do like the video, share it with your friends so that they may get help, and please do subscribe to my channel, please. And if you have any doubts, then please do feel free to ask it in comment section. Okay, so that's all. I hope you like today's lecture. Thank you so much for watching.